Good afternoon, Danu. Can you hear me? පුතේ මාව ඇහෙනවද? ඇහෙනවනේ? හරි, හරි. Right. We can start the lesson. Samadhi going. Right. We discuss about the natural disasters. Right. So we started the natural disasters. We can divide them. How naturally happen. How natural disaster occurred with human activities. Right. Here we some natural disasters like flood, drought, earthquake, volcanoes, cyclone. Right. The hazards can be categorized on the basis of their origin on Earth. The one side type of hazards, other side you can see the examples. Geological hazards with the geological origin, geological hazards there. Example: earthquake, tsunami, volcanoes, landslide, right? And climatic hazards are there with the climatic origin. එකනේ දේශගුණය පදනම් කරගෙන තියෙනවා පුතේ මේ ජියොලොජිකල් කියන්නේ පොළවේ පදනම් කරගෙන තියෙනවා තමයි earthquake tsunami volcano landslide. So the geological hazards, climate hazard based on the climatic condition: cyclone, lightning, flood, drought, bushfire. And the biological hazard, සත්තු නිසා ශාක සත්තු නිසා වෙන්නේ epidemic, bushfire, extinction of flora and fauna on a large scale. මේවා තමයි අනිත් ඒවා. In addition to this categorization, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, tsunami, cyclone and lightning can be identified as natural hazards that occur without any human influence, while landslide, drought, flood, bushfires and avalanches can be identified as natural hazards that are intensified by human activities. සමහර ඒවා මම කියවනේ human activities නිසා වෙනවා. සමහර ඒවා මේ නිකම්ම naturally වෙනවා. Right. There are three activities. Read the fourth. අපි මේක කරමු. මේකේ තියෙන basic ටික හරි මේක හරියටම කරන්න. Danu, what is a hazard? What a hazard is? Yes, answer. මොකක්ද answer? Hmm? Right. Explain the difference between a natural hazard and a disaster with examples. Yes? Hmm? Uh-huh. Hari. Right. Classify the following natural disasters that occur due to natural processes that are intensified due to human activities. Yes? Monad. Huh? Yeah. Bushfire, avalanches. Right. Okay. Very good. Huh? Now, okay. Now we are going to discuss one by one. Right. Now we go to the discuss one by one. Earthquakes. Right. Earthquakes. Tremors occur in the surface of the earth as a result of the shock waves generated by the movement of rock masses within the crust of the earth, particularly near boundaries of tectonic plates. When they occur suddenly and bring about a vast destruction, they are called earthquake. හරි ඒවට අපි කියනවා පුතේ earthquake කියලා. හරි tremors occur on the surface of the earth as a result of the shock waves generated by the movement of rock masses within the crust of the earth, particularly near boundaries of tectonic plates. Sorry, near boundaries වගේම tectonic plates වල. When they occur suddenly and bring about a vast destruction, they are called earthquake. අපි කියනවා ඒක earthquake කියලා. මේ පේනවනේ. මාට පොඩි වෙලාවක් දෙන්න මම වීඩියෝ එකකට යනවා earthquake වල. Avalanches කියන්නේ හිමකඳු කඩාගෙන වැටෙනවා. මම පෙන්නන්නම්. අපිට වෙනම තියෙනවා. එතකොට කියලා දෙන්න. Washington වල මේක ලොකු බරපතල බෝම්බයක් පුතේ.
emergency response.
No, he's gonna make waves with
Gotta close the door, gotta close the door.
Hey, you can't park there. This is insane, man. Oh, look at this.
Yes, it is. It's a very bad storm. We ain't going nowhere. If we're going anywhere, it's going to be like this. It's the only way you get around today. We're in the boat. If we're going anywhere, it's going to be in a boat. Woohoo! Their truck started.
Powerful thunderstorms unleashed intense rainfall across Green Bay, Wisconsin, overwhelming drainage systems within minutes, and triggering widespread flash flooding. Streets disappeared beneath rising water, isolating neighborhoods, while emergency crews rescued stranded residents and motorists. The hardest hit neighborhoods recorded rapidly rising water, transforming major intersections into dangerous flood zones. Drivers abandoned stalled vehicles as emergency responders conducted multiple rescues and secured flooded areas against additional incidents safely. Several residential communities experienced water entering homes, garages, and commercial properties after storm drains failed under relentless rainfall. Businesses suffered flooding, while numerous vehicles became trapped along submerged city streets everywhere. Floodwaters spread across numerous roads, forcing traffic disruptions and temporary closures throughout Green Bay. Transportation became increasingly difficult as standing water covered key routes, delaying emergency response efforts and restricting neighborhood access.
That's a low spot.
Shawano Avenue is a river. There's no board here, it's slam blood. Please do not get out your house if you don't have it. It's bad when you can't get out your own house. Sacando la señal.
Oh,
It's okay.
buildings reported flooded basements, water-damaged interiors, and structural concerns caused by prolonged standing water. Property owners immediately began cleanup efforts, while officials evaluated whether repairs were necessary before reopening safely. Public infrastructure sustained significant stress as overloaded stormwater and sewer systems struggled beneath exceptional rainfall. Officials launched inspections of streets, drainage networks, bridges, and public facilities to assess structural storm damage. Emergency crews remained active throughout affected communities despite improving weather conditions, responding to lingering hazards, including damaged roads and weakened infrastructure. Authorities urged residents to avoid flooded locations until inspections concluded. Local authorities deployed assessment teams to document impacts on homes, businesses, and public property after floodwaters receded. Recovery operations prioritized damaged infrastructure, supporting residents and restoring essential community services quickly afterward.
Research has started.
What's theirs?
Oh my goodness, totally flooded. When the car goes by, it actually comes up to our door. There's floating bins.
Cars stuck in the road.
There's cars stuck in the road.
Meteorologists explained repeated thunderstorms tracked over identical areas, producing exceptionally heavy rainfall within short periods. Intense precipitation overwhelmed nearly every component of Green Bay's urban drainage system, accelerating dangerous surface runoff. The severe flooding followed months of unusually wet conditions that left soils saturated across northeastern Wisconsin. Limited ground absorption allowed rainfall to accumulate rapidly, increasing runoff and intensifying flooding throughout vulnerable neighborhoods.
But if God's work, everyone please stay safe.
Downtown Green Bay, west side.
Hi. හරි. මම ප්ලොට්ස් පෙන්නුවේනේ අයියෝ හරි. කමන්නේ. Causes for earthquake. The sudden release of the stored energy in the earth crust. When it relaxes the capacity. මෙහෙම එකතු වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඒක ටක් ගාලා මෙහෙම එනර්ජි එක රිලීස් කරනවා. The earth crust is made up of many tectonic plates which are connected to each other. There are 7 main plates and a number of minor plates. These tectonic plates drift toward different directions and earthquakes are caused as they collide with each other, causing powerful movement at the margin. Earthquakes also occur due to faults that are created on the Earth's surface or during volcanic activity. හරි මේ volcanic activity වලදී තමයි පුතේ මේ tectonic plates වලදී මේක වෙන්නේ. හරි magnitude of earthquake a seismometer is used to measure the intensity or the magnitude of the earthquake. The seismic information received through that is recorded in the seismograph. Seismograph එකේ තමයි මේක පෙන්වන්නේ. The values indicated can be included in a scale. This method this method was introduced by Charles F. Richter in 1935. He was introduced that the Richter scale to measure the limit of the earthquake. Hence, it is called the Richter scale. Those are MCQs. Table 6.1 indicates the magnitude of earthquakes, right? You can go through carefully, you could identify between 2 to 35 scale, people don't feel, right? We won't feel it, but it is recorded on the scale, like shaking, little shaking. හරි හැබැයි ඒක අපිට පේන්නේ නෑ පුතේ. Between 35 to 3.5 to 5.5, everybody feels it because it's like this, right? හෙලවෙනවා මම පෙන්නන්න. හෙලවෙනවා හැබැයි මේ බඩු බිමට වැටෙන්නේ නැහැ but එකතන ඉන්න බෑ ලොකු මූවමන්ට් එකක් 5.5 to 7.3 building may collapse ඔක්කොම කඩන් වැටෙන්න පටන් ගන්නවා building ඔක්කොම හරි this is a mass scale one මේක ලොකු එකක් 7.4 to 8.0 serious destruction can be seen හිතා ගන්න බැරි තරම් ඒවා කඩන් වැටෙනවා more than 8 means completely destructive ආයි තිබ්බ තැනක්වත් හොයාගන්න බෑ අලුත්ම land එකක් තමයි create වෙන්නේ. Give me 1 minute, I want to show you that magnitude of the earth. තමයි හරියට අපි මේකේ half බලන්න එක එක magnitude එකේදී කොහොමද කියලා Right. No fault line on Earth is capable of producing a magnitude 11 earthquake. Only can asteroid impact could generate such an event. මේක පුතේ පොළවෙන් එන්නේ අර ඇස්ට්‍රොයිඩ් එකක් වගේ ඇවිල්ලා වැටුණොත් මෙට්‍රොයිඩ්ස් වැටුණොත් වගේ වෙන්නේ. කොහොම වුණත් ඔයාලා දැක්කා how it increase, right, time by time, and the second by second how it has been increased. හරි. value එක වැඩි වෙනකොට more than 8 කියලා කියන්නේ completely destructive. Sometimes if we can if could face the around 9, 10 like that things, it totally destructive and create the new land. හරි. ඒක හොඳට මතක තියාගන්න. Major earthquake zones of the world. When observing 6.2, there are major areas. You can see the first one is the area spread around the Pacific Ocean. May Pacific ring of may Pacific Ocean. Make both side you can see in that area, also in this area. Pacific. A. And B, Mediterranean and Himalaya. From here to here. B. C, Mid-Atlantic Ocean. This is up to here. D, the African region. This area, D. හරි. ඒකට පුතේ මෙන්න මේ areas වල තමයි mostly earthquakes are happen. මේක එනවා විභාගෙට mark කරන්න එනවා. Impact of the earthquakes. Impact of the earthquake. Crack and falls appear on the crust. මෙහෙම cracks වෙනවා. Landslide and sinking of lands take place in mountain region. ගොඩක් වෙලාවට landslide ඇති වෙන්නේ earthquake එකත් එක්ක. When earthquakes occur in the ocean bed, they cause tsunami. හරි, tsunami ඇති වෙනවා, මුහුද ඇති වෙනවා tsunami. And destroy the coastal area, the nearby countries. Damage to human life and property, destruction of the natural drainage system and infrastructure facilities. Hari, drainage system, hari, infrastructure facilities, hari. මේවා වෙනවා. right. පුතේ මෙතන questions දෙකක් තියෙනවා. third question එක මෙහෙම ලියා ගන්න ඔයාලා. third question. Explain the magnitude of earthquake. Explain the magnitude of earthquake. Explain the magnitudes of earthquake. Third question. And fourth question. Write 3 causes for the earthquakes. Write 3 causes for the earthquakes. Write 3 causes for the earthquakes. And last one. So altogether 5 sections here. One last one. Write 5 impacts. Write 5 impacts of the earthquakes. එහෙනම් පටන් ගමු all together section 5. right. ඉතින් මේ සමාධිද ඉන්නේ නැත්තම් වෙන කවුරු හරිද මට හොයන්න බෑ. එක්සියා මොකද්ද 2/10 DR මොකක් හරි තියෙනවනේ. කවුරු සමාධි නෙමෙයිද ඔයා? නිව් ස්ටුඩන්ට් කෙනෙක්ද පුතේ? මට හොයන්න බෑ. හරි. Danu, can we start the first one? What is known as earthquake? Yes. Okay, very good. Question number 2. Name the major earthquakes all located in the world. Monada? Danu? Hmm? Uh-huh. Right. Third question එක කියලා මට answer කියන්න පුතේ මට මේ එන්නේ නැත්තේ. Right. Third question and answer. Yeah. කියන්න. ආ. Hmm. Right. Okay. පුතේ අනිත් එක්කෙනා ආන්සර්ස් ලියලාද තියෙන්නේ මම එයාගෙන් අහන්න නැත්නම් මම දන්නේ නැහැ ඔය අලුත් එක්කෙනෙක්ද පරණද කියලා. ලියලාද තියෙන්නේ ආන්සර්ස්? Did you write the answers? හරි. මට මතක නැහැ what is the fourth question? දනුවටම තමයි කියන්න වෙන්නේ. Fourth one? Hmm. Ah. Hmm. හරි. Right. Last one. Causes. Yeah, causes ටික අර අපි කියපුවාම. Right. Okay, good. Next we move to the tsunami. ඔයාලා දන්නවා මේක හොඳටම what tsunami? The high and lengthy strong ocean waves caused as result of the different tremors origin at the ocean bed that approach the coastal area called tsunami. හරි. High tide and lengthy strong ocean waves caused as a result of the different tremors origin at the ocean bed. හරි ocean bed එකේ origin වෙනවා that approach the coastal area called tsunami. high tide එකත් එක්ක එන suddenly මේව එක තමයි tsunami කියන්නේ. Phenomena that create tsunami waves. ඇයි tsunami වෙන්නේ? Massive earthquakes and volcanic eruption that occur in the ocean bed. Ocean bed එකේ වෙන මෙන්න මේ massive earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. Landslide that occur in the ocean bed. Landslide. Fall of meteoroids into the sea. හරි. මේ sea එකට එන meteoroids. Falling of large ice sheets from the glaciers into the sea. හරි. ලොකු ice sheets glaciers වල form වෙලා එන එක. Powerful explosions made by man on the surface of the ocean. හරි. ocean surface එකේ තියෙන අපි බෝම්බ වලින් ඉපුරලා අරිනවනේ තව ගේම් වෙනාද ගල් කොරිස් මොනවාද මේවා ඔය coals mining and gems mining as well as gold mining pits වල මෙන්න මේවා ලොකු විදියට පුපුරවා හැරින් කරනවා ඒවා ගන්න. Among them, major factor that causes tsunami waves is the earthquake that occur in the ocean beds. As a result of sudden and powerful tremors occurring on plate margins, the ocean water is disturbed and create large tidal waves on the surface of the ocean. When these waves approach land areas, their height is increased gradually and they convert into tsunami waves near the coast. These tsunami waves cause severe destruction to the coastal area. හරි මේක severe destruction එකක් වෙනවා මේකෙන් tsunami waves වලින්. How tsunami waves are formed. මේ බලන්න. Depth of sea. ගොඩක් මේ ලොකු earthquake එකක් වෙනවා fault එක වෙන්නේ මෙතන. ඊට ඒකේ මේ රළ මෙහෙම speedy waves comes and මම පළවෙනියට tsunami එකක් වෙන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා පෙන්නනවා. Secondly, I show you the how tsunami affect to the human.
The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami was one of the deadliest natural disasters in history, killing over 200,000 people throughout South Asia. So how can we protect ourselves against this destructive force of nature? People in some areas have attempted to stop tsunamis with seawalls, floodgates, and channels to divert the water. But these are not always effective. In 2011, a tsunami surpassed the flood wall protecting Japan's Fukushima power plant, causing a nuclear disaster in addition to claiming over 18,000 lives. Many scientists and policymakers are instead focusing on early detection, monitoring underwater pressure and seismic activity, and establishing global communication networks for quickly distributing alerts. When nature is too powerful to stop, the safest course is to get out of its way.
Right. අපි
On December 26, 2004, a tranquil Sunday, millions across the Indian Ocean coast were enjoying their Christmas holiday. Beaches in Thailand, Sri Lanka, and Indonesia were filled with tourists and residents. The morning was calm and beautiful, a stark contrast to the events that would soon unfold. No one had any idea of the great natural disaster about to strike. At 7:58 a.m. local time, a very powerful underwater earthquake struck off the west coast of Sumatra, Indonesia. It measured between 9.1 and 9.3 on the Richter scale, one of the largest earthquakes ever recorded. This significant seismic event was the beginning of a devastating tsunami. Its force was truly extraordinary. The earthquake's epicenter was located approximately 30 kilometers beneath the seabed, a relatively shallow depth for such a strong tremor. This shallow position, combined with its high magnitude, caused a large disturbance to the ocean floor. The energy released was equivalent to thousands of atomic bombs. This created a very powerful oceanic shockwave. The earthquake caused a vast section of the seabed, stretching hundreds of kilometers, to suddenly uplift by several meters. This vertical shift violently pushed billions of tons of ocean water upwards. It created a large mound of water that instantly began to generate a tsunami. This sudden movement was the source of the waves. As the displaced water collapsed under the force of gravity, it generated a series of powerful and fast-moving waves. Unlike typical wind-driven surface waves, these were deep ocean waves, affecting the entire water column. They began propagating outwards in all directions across the Indian Ocean. These waves were unlike anything commonly seen. In the deep ocean, these tsunami waves traveled at incredible speeds, comparable to a jet airline, reaching up to 800 kilometers per hour. Their height in the open sea was often imperceptible, just a few feet high. This rapid, stealthy approach meant coastal areas received very little advance notice. The waves moved with astonishing swiftness. Sadly, there was no comprehensive tsunami warning system operating in the Indian Ocean at that time. The region lacked the necessary seismic sensors, deep ocean buoys, and rapid communication infrastructure. This critical absence meant coastal populations received no alert whatsoever. Their vulnerability was tragically high. Within minutes of the earthquake, the devastating waves slammed into the coast of Aceh, Sumatra, the closest landmass to the epicenter. Walls of water, some reportedly over 30 meters high, completely obliterated coastal communities. Banda Aceh, the provincial capital, was almost entirely submerged beneath the floodwaters. The impact was immediate and total. Entire villages in Indonesia were simply erased from the map, swallowed by the relentless surge of water. Homes, schools, and essential infrastructure were demolished, leaving only widespread debris and desolation. The sheer force and speed of the waves left residents no time at all to escape. The destruction was absolute. Approximately 2 hours after the earthquake, the tsunami reached the popular tourist resorts along Thailand's Andaman coast. Areas like Phuket and Khao Lak were struck by multiple waves, turning idyllic beaches into zones of chaos and complete destruction. Many foreign tourists, enjoying their holidays, were tragically among the victims. The scenes were horrific. On Thailand's picturesque beaches, unsuspecting tourists were enjoying their morning activities, completely unaware of the approaching danger. Some noticed the receding tide, a well-known precursor to a tsunami, but did not understand its true significance. The sudden and powerful onslaught left them with no time to flee to safety. They faced an unexpected horror. About 2 hours after the earthquake, the tsunami struck the densely populated coastline of Sri Lanka. It devastated coastal cities, numerous fishing villages, and even derailed a packed passenger train. This single incident killed over 1,700 people on board, making it a particularly harrowing tragedy. Sri Lanka experienced terrible human loss. The eastern coast of India, particularly Tamil Nadu and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, was also severely impacted by the waves. Fishing communities bore the brunt of the destruction, losing their homes, boats, and all means of livelihood. The waves penetrated several kilometers inland in some areas, causing very extensive damage. Countless lives were lost. The low-lying islands of the Maldives, barely above sea level, were especially vulnerable to the incoming waves. Many atolls forcing mass evacuations and damaging crucial infrastructure. The unique geography of these islands unfortunately intensified the flooding effects. Their paradise was suddenly threatened. Surprisingly, even distant East African nations like Somalia, Tanzania, and Kenya were affected, experiencing waves up to 5 hours after the earthquake. Though the damage was less severe than in Asia, these waves still caused significant destruction and loss of life. The tsunami's vast span showed its global reach. In the immediate aftermath, widespread chaos and confusion reigned across all affected regions. Millions of people were displaced, injured, or missing, creating an overwhelming humanitarian crisis. Communication lines were down, and roads were impassable, greatly hindering initial rescue efforts. The situation was truly dire. The human toll was truly catastrophic, with an estimated 230,000 to 280,000 people killed across 14 different countries. Indonesia alone tragically accounted for well over half of these fatalities. It remains one of the deadliest natural disasters ever recorded in human history. The scale of loss was staggering. Survivors faced very severe challenges, including a desperate lack of food, clean water, adequate shelter, and essential medical supplies. The widespread destruction of sanitation systems led to rapid disease outbreaks. Millions required immediate humanitarian assistance just to survive. Their struggle for basic needs was constant. The unprecedented scale of the disaster triggered an immediate and very large global humanitarian response. Nations worldwide pledged billions in aid, and countless organizations and individuals mobilized swiftly to help. This outpouring of global solidarity was a testament to shared human compassion. Assistance arrived from all corners of the world. The identification of victims proved to be a very challenging and heartbreaking task, made difficult by the sheer number of bodies and the destructive force of the waves. International forensic teams worked tirelessly for months to identify the deceased and provide some closure to grieving families. Many individuals, sadly, remain unidentified to this day. Millions of people were left homeless, forcibly displaced from their ancestral lands and established communities. The profound psychological trauma endured by survivors, having witnessed great loss and destruction, was deep and long-lasting. Many struggled for years to rebuild their lives amidst overwhelming grief and fear. Their lives were forever changed. In the years that followed, very significant international efforts went into rebuilding the affected regions. New homes, schools, hospitals, and essential infrastructure were constructed, often with improved building standards for future safety. The process of recovery was slow and arduous, but highlighted incredible human resilience. Communities worked together to rise again. A direct and crucial consequence of the 2004 tsunami was the rapid establishment of the Indian Ocean Tsunami Warning and Mitigation System. This sophisticated network uses seismic sensors, deep ocean buoys, and advanced communication centers to provide timely warnings. It aims to prevent a similar catastrophe from ever surprising coastal populations again. The disaster dramatically underscored the vital importance of robust early warning systems, comprehensive disaster preparedness plans, and public education. Coastal communities worldwide learned crucial lessons in evacuation protocols and designing resilient infrastructure. It fundamentally reshaped global approaches to managing natural hazards. The world became more ready. Today, memorials stand in affected countries, honoring the victims and ensuring their memory endures for future generations. The spirit of resilience shown by the survivors and the communities that rebuilt is a powerful testament to human courage and determination. The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami remains a somber reminder of nature's power and humanity's ability to adapt. Subscribe for more disaster videos.
The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami was one of
Right. Right. Putte, our time is finished. I have to start the new class. So I stop now. We'll meet on the next day at the same time. Have a nice day, nice week. Bye bye.